Hello everyone, welcome to Air with Trees podcast. I am Fatima, the host of this show. Trees are one of my favorite beings in nature and I enjoy learning about them. There are not many podcasts that talk about trees, so I started this show to spread awareness about some common Indian trees. Every week, I share my stories related to the tree of the week, describe it to you in detail, and then help you with keys to identify it in the wild. So come along with me, let's explore the beautiful world of trees. If I tell you that the tree in spotlight today belongs to the citrus family and its fruit is used to make a delicious summer drink, your answer might be lemon. While it's quite close to the correct answer, as the green round fruit does look like a lemon, this fruit is much larger and more sweetly fragrant. It's called a Bael tree. The first time I saw a Bael tree, I was quite young, so my memory of that time is patchy. I do remember certain snapshots of it, and after discussing it with my family, I'm able to fill the gaps and piece the story together. Now, let me recount it to you. For many Indians, summer vacation equals nani ka ghar or maternal grandmother's place, plus a lot of good times with uncles, aunts, and cousins. I'm glad that this is how it was for me. The story that I'm recounting today is of one such summer holiday. My grandmother's place is in a quaint small town in Jharkhand. I loved visiting it during the holidays. The sprawling house where my mom's family lived had been a home for several previous generations. Many rooms surrounded an open courtyard, and an orchard surrounded the house. This was a common house design in India back in old days. It was meant to last for generations, as it did, with the strong, heavy wood beams and rafters supporting the structure and big clay tiles covering the roof. Of course, as a child, I barely registered these things. But thanks to my mom's stories, I can recall them with a sharp clarity now. The thing that I remember distinctly, though, is how the moment I used to cross the threshold of the house, a coolness used to seep into me. The charming house defined the word solace to me. It was a kind of solace I have not felt anywhere else, and of course, it was a deep emotional attachment more than anything that made me feel so. Of all the rooms in the house, I especially loved my grandmother's. It was jam packed with trunk boxes and interesting knickknacks, and I remember spending many afternoons there, playing with cousins or gazing out of a small window that gave a splendid view of the bagan or family orchard outside. But here I'm digressing. I'm supposed to talk about a tree. So let's go back to the track. Well, on one such summer vacation, my mom, sisters, and I went on a visit to my nanny. My eldest uncle was there to receive us. We were going into the house by the back door via a route through the orchard. It was prominently a mango and lychee orchard, while several native trees dotted its boundaries, such as semal, bale, kathal, and such. My uncle told us that before going ahead, he would stop by a bale tree to gather some fruits. It was in a tall tree, and large green gold fruits hung from its branches within arm's reach. I had never seen such fruits before. There were fresh, intact fruits fallen to the ground too. We chose a few of them and headed home. Back in the house, I watched as my mom started tackling the fruits. She split open one of them with a big knife and scooped out the orange yellow pulp. Pouring cold water over the pulp in a container, she set it aside for a while and then mashed the pulp in the water. When the water was properly mixed with the pulp, she strained the mixture, mixed sugar into it, and plopped in some ice cubes, and a delicious, fragrant, cooling sherbet was ready. I still remember the color, taste, and smell of that sherbet. It's etched in my mind. For kids, even the smallest mundane moments can be magical. It may be an insignificant thing for grown ups, but for kids, such small experiences, lessons, and good times with elders mean a lifetime of happy memories, as it was for me. Since then, 30 years have elapsed, and I have forgotten the bulk of that summer vacation, but certain details still come to my mind easily, and I cherish them dearly. It was nice reminiscing about old, carefree times of childhood. Now, let's go ahead and learn more about this tree. Pagal Marmelos has many apt and delightful English names, such as wood apple, Bengal quince, stone apple, or golden apple. In India, this tree is popularly known as Bael or Bael Patra in Hindi. The word eagle comes from Greek mythology, and marmelos in Portuguese means quince, which is used to make marmalade. It's a deciduous tree of medium height, bushy crown, and spiky branches. It is found all over India, especially in forested tropical regions. Now, let me explain its different parts to you. The bale has trifoliate compound leaves. Trifoliate means leaves are present in a set of three leaflets. They are arranged alternately in a stalk. Each smooth leaflet is elongated oval with a pointy tip and round base and is a bit wavy. The leaves turn yellow and drop by March, and new leaves start coming up by April. When the leaves are new, they are lime green or with a reddish tint but turn dark green upon maturing. The leaves have minute glands filled with oil and release a nice fragrance when crushed. The Marmelos oil extracted from the leaves is medicinal and is used in food and pharma industries for various purposes. Anyway, when the new leaves begin to unfurl, the flowers begin to blossom too. The flowers of Bael are small. They are white with green and yellow tints. They hang in small clusters at the end of the tree's twigs. These sweet scented flowers attract pollinators such as honeybees, butterflies, and beetles such as the spotted red beetle. Once flowering is finished, the fruits begin to form. The most distinctive feature of the bale tree is its fruit. The fruits begin to form shortly after flowering and take a year to mature in the tree. The large spherical fruits are green when unripe and turn yellow gold as they ripen. The outer shell is as hard as wood and can be cracked using a strong knife or by hitting the ground. Inside the fruit is the fragrant yellow orange pulp that contains multiple seeds. The pulp can be eaten as it is, but it is widely used to make sweet sherbet in India by mixing it with either water or milk. It is known to protect against heat strokes that usually affect people during summer months in India when hot, dry winds called Lu blow from the west to the northern plains. It's not only delicious, but it's good for health too, as it contains a high amount of vitamin C, similar to other citrus fruits. The flaky bark of the bale tree is light brown and turns grey as the tree gets older. The bark is used in folk medicine for various concoctions. The wood has a yellow tint and is fragrant when freshly cut. The wood is used in villages to make farm tools and other equipment, but does not have much timber value as such, so it is mostly left alone to thrive in the forests. The bale tree is native to Indian subcontinent, mostly in the tropical regions. While it is a common tree in Indian forests, you can come across stray trees growing on roadsides, older orchards, or open fields. It is known among people that it grows in places where no other tree thrives. It gives shelter to many bird species but does not offer anything to them as a food source since its fruits are too large and thick to be cracked by birds. As this tree grows mostly in the wild jungles, the fruit are eaten by animals such as monkeys, wild pigs, and bears. In this way, the seeds get dispersed and seedlings grow in distant places in the jungle from their mother tree. The tree also acts as a host for swallowtail butterflies such as lime swallowtail, blue mormon, and common mormon. The leaves are used in religious ceremonies and are planted near religious buildings in India. The leaf, bark, and fruit of bale are consumed in different ways across the country. They have been studied and show promising results against various health issues. Indigenous people and older folks know the benefits of this tree and is mostly sold in local farmers markets during the months when the fruits are harvested from forests where the wild trees grow. But knowing its proving benefits, it is surprising that it is not easily available in cities too. Considering how health conscious the newer generation is, I wonder why they don't hype up or spread genuine viral facts about local seasonal fruits that are so beneficial to health. Anyway, now it's time to sum up everything I have discussed so far and help you with the keys so that you can identify this tree in the wild. I think two distinctive features of this tree are sufficient to identify it. If the tree has leaves, you can look for the trifoliate leaves that are fragrant when crushed. In both the leaf and leafless seasons, the large spherical green or yellow fruits easily tell which tree the fruits belong to, as the fruits hang in the tree for almost a year to ripen. And that is your bale tree. And that is all for today's episode. For all my episodes, I refer to several resources and add my own observations. You can find the complete list of resources in my blog. You can find the link to my blog in the About tab. Subscribe to a Ear with Trees podcast in the app of your choice and share this podcast for the sake of tree love. Thank you all. Stay tuned.